Do you have a moment for me?
Of course. Jen, is there something you require? Just wanted to say hi. Just hello? Not that there is anything wrong with exchanging greetings. I simply find I always yearn for more when it comes to you. Oh.
This must be our little secret. All right?
For now.
Every case, I find myself wishing you were alongside me.
You have a peculiar look in your eye today, Jen. I'm thinking about the best way to ask you out. You do not need to ask, Jen. I always make time for you. Simply say the word. Oh.
I'm counting the seconds until we can meet again.
Me too. That is the one I made for you. She's talking about the pin she gave me. I know there's nothing to link me to it, but seeing it on you still makes my heart race. Perhaps in more ways than one. Still, you'll keep this our little secret, won't you? I will.
This must be our little secret. All right?
All right.
I've been thinking of you as I work.
In all my time traveling Palia, I've never met someone quite like you, Jen. Is this a good thing? The way you make my heart race and my mind go blank? Not always. It is a dangerous thing how I feel when you are near. More dangerous still how I would do anything to keep you at my side, despite the risk.
This must be our little secret. All right? Were you waiting for me?
Yes, I was. So long. Oh, Jen, I was hoping to see you. I come see you every day.
Oh.
I cannot express how much that means to me, Jen. If only I could be so free to come to you every time I long for it. I would love for you to come to me more.
I've never been this close to anyone before. Were you waiting for me?
Before I met you, I never considered bending the rules. I know why they are in place and what they are meant to protect. Attachment breeds vulnerability. Vulnerability can be exploited. But I do not think you would do that, Jen. I trust you. And I'm sure that trust is not misplaced. No. See how this changed now that we are romance level 3? This is so sweet.
Maybe we could take a break together sometime.
Oh, I'd love to.
Were you waiting for me?
I appreciate your gifts truly, but I'm afraid I have very little of my own to give in return. I love local flowers. I will remember that, Jen.
I've never been this close to anyone before. Your presence, it makes this job easier.
Jen, good, it has not wilted yet. I saw this while out on patrol and thought of you. I hope you will accept it. Ah, the Crystal Lake Lotus. That's my favorite flower in Palia. No.
Have we crossed a line?
There was something I didn't think of. And thank you, Tony, for reminding me. Thank you so much. I completely forgot about this. if you want to give a villager a Heartdrop lily and you can't manage to find one, after foraging level 10 you can go to Ashura.
How's the day treating you?
And go to the Foraging Guild store. And with those skill medals you can earn after skill level 10, you can buy a Heartdrop lily for 20 foraging medals. Right here. And so last time when I
Drop by the inn soon.
bought the chocolates for Subira, I could just stopped here and bought the Heartdrop lily and could have given this to her instead of the chocolates from Zeki. And since she was so sweet to give me this beautiful vase with the Heartdrop lily inside, I want to return the favor and give a Heartdrop lily to her too now. Hi.
I've been thinking of you as I work.
Here, a ball of congee to keep your strength up. After all, there is much I would like to do with you. Oh! So this dialogue also changed after romancing level 3. Subira! The Heartdrop lily is a rare flower with a special meaning to Padians, the blossoming of romantic love. So here, Subira, this is for you. How thoughtful. I will keep these with the rest of the evidence. Yes, evidence. Do that.
I've never been this close to anyone before. Every case, I find myself wishing you were alongside me.
Jen, is there something you require? You do not need to ask for what you already have, Jen. Just wanted to make sure.
This must be our little secret. All right?
All right.
I've been thinking of you as I work.
I've been thinking of you too. In all my time traveling Palia, I have never met someone quite like you, Jen. I feel the same way. That sets my heart at ease. I will do my best to be worthy of your esteem, Jen. Oh, you are.
This must be our little secret. All right? I never thought life could be like this.
I appreciate your gifts, truly, but I'm afraid I have very little of my own to give in return. I'll take holding hands in secret behind the inn. I would much rather meet somewhere more private than behind the inn. And hold more than simply your hands. Oh, Subira. You
I've
make
never
me
been
blush.
this close to anyone before. I never thought life could be like this.
You are not the first one to try and tempt me with flowers and chocolates. Yeah, you said that. But you are the first to succeed. Oh. I should feel guilty, perhaps, that I folded so easily to your charms. But I don't. And I do not think I ever will. No.
I'm counting the seconds until we can meet again. Were you waiting for me?
Here, a bowl of congee for you to keep your strength up. After all, there is still much I would like to do with you. Ooh.
Have we crossed a line? We mustn't let people see us like this. Oh.
You have a peculiar look in your eye today, Jen. Sorry, I just get so distracted by you. It is getting dangerous how similarly I feel when you are around.
I've never been this close to anyone before. I really like working with you.
Oh, Jen, I was, hoping to see you. Really? I have never felt this way about another person, Jen. It is frightening how much I think about you when you're gone. Oh.
Have we crossed a line? I never thought life could be like this.
I appreciate your gifts, truly, but I'm afraid I have very little of my own to give in return. All I need is your company.
Oh.
Perhaps you could visit again later when I have more time to devote to you. I will ensure I keep my schedule clear. Oh, that's so sweet.
I've never been this close to anyone before. There's no protocol for this.
Okay. Jen, good it has not wilted yet. I saw this while out on patrol and thought of you. I hope you will accept it. I love it.
Maybe we could take a break together sometime.
That sounds lovely.
I never thought life could be like this. Oh.
In all my time traveling Palia, I have never met someone quite like you, Jen. I feel the same way. That sets my heart at ease. I will do my best to be worthy of your esteem, Jen.
There's so much I must consider about the future.
Oh, finally. I've reached romance level 4. Together at last. Oh, after many hurdles, you and Subira have finally managed to be together at last. Oh, this is so lovely. Okay. But nothing happens so far. Maybe if we return to our plot. No one's here. Let's wait for the mail. Oh, there's a letter. From Delilah. A pin for a Watcher quest. Nice. Dear Jen, a friend of mine mentioned things are heating up between the two of you. I couldn't be more happy for you both. Why don't you stop by for a wee chat? And don't you worry, my lips are sealed. Oh, Delilah. Talk to Delilah. Let's do that. Hi, Delilah.
Working with Ormus is rewarding, but also smelly.
Good, you're right on time. Subira just stopped by right before you. She was grinning ear to ear. The two of you remind me of when I met Pedro for the first time. New love is the most exciting thing in the world, isn't it? Sure is. Wait, she told you about us? That's between Subira and I don't know. Old love's pretty great too. Wait, she told you about us? She didn't have to say it outright. I've read enough romance and detective novels to suss it out. Oh, Delilah. All she did was confirm my suspicions. You don't need to worry. I won't say a word to anyone else. Called you here because I heard you recently got yourself a new pin. You see, us Palians got a little tradition when it comes to pins. Accepting someone else's pin is wonderful. But if you really want to reciprocate, you gotta make a pin back. Maybe Subira won't be able to wear it, or maybe watchers don't care much for those traditions. But I got an inkling she'd appreciate the gesture, if nothing else. After all, she's never received a pin before. Right. She didn't. Oh. Everyone deserves that experience at least once. Yeah. Now, I'll stop prying and let you get back to it, but I hope you think about it if nothing else. I will.
Hopefully we'll be seeing more of you around the farm.
Okay. There's nothing to think about, really. Let's go straight away to Sifuu and talk to her. In her position as the town's blacksmith, she's the one you have to talk to if you want to make a pin for someone. Hey there.
Glad you're here. Huh?
I want to make a pin.
Huh?
Really? I didn't think you were ready for that with anyone right now.
Woo!
That's a lucky person. Oh, Subira, I can't say. None of your business. The floth. I can't say, really. Ha! Alright then, keep your secrets. Probably for the best. Gossip spreads like wildfire here in Kilima. Especially if Delilah knows about this, so I'm quite sure everyone will know soon.
Huh?
Gonna make it a little hard to design a custom pin if you can't tell me anything, though. Usually we pick a metal that fits the person best. Got an idea of what that might be? Pallium.
Huh?
Oh, they must be one tough cookie then. Pallium can stand up to a lot of pressure. Good for making things that last. Aww. Next, we need to pick out something that represents you and something that represents them. What kind of item do you think represents your boo? Prout Zernuk antlers.
Ah.
Pallium and Zernuk antlers, huh? I don't mean to pry, but that sounds an awful lot like someone I know of. Oh? Ah, don't worry about it. My job's to be your wingman, not a detective. Leave that to the watchers.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, she knows. But what about you? What do you like? Fishing, bug catching. Oh my gosh. Hunting, foraging. I want the Heartdrop lily in the pin, so I go for foraging.
Ah.
If you're a forager, I'd say there's nothing more romantic to add to a pin than a Heartdrop lily. Oh yeah. Why mess with a classic? Just bring me in Prouthorn, Zernuk antlers, some Pallium ore, and a Heartdrop lily, and we're good to go. Alright.
I'll have an even grander story for you next time.
Sounds good. Okay, let's gather the materials and make the pin for Subira. Okay, Prouthorn, Zernuk antlers, Pallium ore, and Heartdrop lily. Luckily I had all of these, and we can now head back to Sifuu.
I've got some new stuff you'll like.
I've got the stuff for Subira's pin.
Ah.
Alright, just give me a few minutes. I've got the base of the pin right here. Let's attach this and that. And voila! Instant pin! Man, I'm good! Subira's pin completed.
Sure you don't have time for one more tale?
Not right now. I really have something quite important to do now. So, the quest says ask Subira to meet you somewhere more romantic. Oh, this is gonna be good. Subira?
Were you waiting for me?
Jen, it is good to see you. Alright, I will admit I was just thinking about you. That is often the case these days, even when I should be focused on other things. Now, is there something specific I can assist you with, or is this more personal? I was hoping we could meet somewhere more romantic. I see. Yes, well, I should be able to finish up my tasks soon. But I am afraid there are very few places suited to clandestine meetings in the area. Well, except for the room specifically designed for clandestine meetings, I suppose. Meet me at the lighthouse. I shall make my way there as soon as I am able to extract myself. Alright.
That went well. Didn't it?
It did. So, I've waited for the night. And now, let's meet her in the basement of the lighthouse where we spent the night at the stakeout together. Hi.
I never thought life could be like this.
There you are. Good. That would stop me from allowing my thoughts to go wild. It is embarrassing to say, but since I've given you my pin, I find myself more distracted than ever. And these insecurities. A watcher should always be open to criticism and feedback. It is healthy to doubt yourself when you hold so much power. But this... I've never once in my life worried about how my hair looked before now. It is absolutely humiliating, and I would not give the feeling up for anything in the world. Your hair looks great. Great, so you'll definitely accept my pin. I made this pin so you wouldn't have to doubt. Does that mean you'll accept my pin? No. I made this pin so you wouldn't have to doubt. A pin? I am sorry, I must have heard you wrong. I thought it sounded like you made a pin for me. Well, I didn't make it for Tao. You heard right. Is that so hard to believe? That's what I said. Is that so hard to believe, Subira? Yes. I apologize. Just give me a moment. Subira closes her eyes and takes a few deep breaths before speaking again. Oh dear. I accept. Oh, it is beautiful. These materials must have taken you some time to gather. Are you crying? You don't seem that happy. Those are tears of joy, right? Are you okay? Are you crying? I apologize. I should not allow tears to mar this moment. I never allowed myself to imagine feeling this way about someone else, let alone having them reciprocated. Finding a partner was a dream for others. When I was very young, perhaps I thought I would find someone to spend my life with, but I traded that for servitude and never once doubted the choice. Until I met you, and my world came crashing down all at once. Oopsie, maybe that world needed to fall, sorry. I'm glad you changed your mind. I'm glad you changed your mind, Subira. So am I. I would never wish to return to that doldrum stability that my life had become. As a member of the Order, I was used to carrying the expectations of others on my shoulders and never allowed that weight to buckle me. It is only now I see how close I was to breaking, how truly unhappy I was before I came to Kilima. Of course, I was aware in some distant way of my own misery. I thought it noble and just. I suffer so that others do not. Now I wonder if the Order does not look for martyrs when they recruit. I suppose we all have a tendency towards self-sacrifice. Even now I fear that accepting this pin means I am being selfish somehow. You're the least selfish person I've ever met. Wanting love isn't selfish, Subira. You're allowed to be selfish sometimes. If you're selfish, I must be a supervillain. Oh. You're the least selfish person I've ever met. I found that hard to believe, but I will try. After all, you are not a liar. Well, regardless of my feelings, I would rather fall into the abyss than relinquish this pin now that you have given it to me. So perhaps the Order has a point about the dangers of personal connection. Oh well, I've crossed so many lines already. What are a few more? Thank you, Jen. I will cherish this gift as I've cherished no others before. Oh, she really has such an interesting character development, and she came a long way to this. Oh, Jen, I was hoping to see you. I wanted to see you too. Strange how you can still make everything feel so exciting and new. I hope I never get used to this feeling.
There's so much I must consider about the future.
Oh, and she's gone. Well then. This was such a beautiful quest. And I really liked the way she responded to receiving the pin. That she was still unsure about all these things regarding romance because she never experienced them in her life. Because she never let herself experience them in her life so far. And I really think this did her justice. And I enjoyed that so much. If you want to tell me what you think about Subira and her romance quests, I enjoyed them a great deal. I really am at the point where I can say I adore her, and I'm so glad I did this romance quest with her. I'm so proud to be wearing her pin now, and yeah, everything worked out well. Okay, now let's hang the picture from Subira on the wall. I made a little room for her at my house when she wants to visit. I love those floating candles. I know they're meant to be spooky, but I just love them. Okay, so I think here's a good spot to hang her picture. Ah, I really like this picture of her. She's so beautiful. Yeah, so I think everything's in order now.